and I like to say that she really loves to exercise agency and autonomy, which is, code for if she has a chance to tell me no, sis is going to take it,
She will.
right? So we're like constantly getting into these power struggles, and often I'm the one that gives up first because she's a leader, is what I'll say, right? So we're, in a tussle about some socks or something, and I'm like, you know what? I'm actually going to step away. Like, do whatever you want to do here. And she looks at me, she says, Mommy, we are mad. Let's take a deep breath, right? And so that, like, my own experience in modeling that for them begins to teach them, hey, here's what I can do when I'm feeling a certain kind of way. And I think that's really important because it helps the whole household to function differently. Yeah. So, I mean, that's a piece of what I do as a parent. I think if we think about community and congregational life, often we're really impacted by just things that are happening in the community, whether it's school safety, whether it's access to health care, right? And a big piece of what we can do in community is just what I said, but at a communal level, like, let's name how scary or overwhelming this is, right? Let's name this is a thing that we're tackling. Recently, a church member of ours experienced a tragic death in their family, and our executive minister called me and said, someone had told this woman who had just lost a close family member that God wanted another angel, which, is things that we say when we don't know what to say. And our executive minister called me and she's like, I was really mad and she was really mad, and what do I do now, right? And so we talked about, can we actually normalize that sometimes terrible things happen and we don't know why? And it doesn't have to mean that God sent it, because why would God send us evil, right? And so we talked about, like, okay, what does a normal or adaptive grief response look like, and how can we support her? So what we decided was, we're just not going to do the platitudes. Let's just say this really stinks and we're sad. And we also believe that God will meet us in our grief, right? And so I think honesty goes such a long way with having these mental health conversations, especially in communities where we haven't felt permission to be honest before. It's actually liberating to tell the truth if we haven't experienced that before. And it gives everyone in the community permission to see and honor and feel that when maybe they didn't know they could before.
And then you don't feel so alone in that, because you think sometimes you're the only one experiencing that. But when you're honest and you share, especially with kids, because, sometimes my kids say, Ma, you don't tell me so much about your life. And I'm like, I tell you stories all the time. I tell you all the things, but you don't tell me enough. And so when they've gone through things and I've been able to share, they just don't feel so alone.
Absolutely.
And sometimes for some things, that's all they need. That's all they need.
It takes courage as parents to tell our kids, like, the stuff that isn't pretty. And I think a lot of us may think, oh,